Good morning, Bachman Middle School. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. It is a B day, a band day 4, and I am Mrs. Castle with today's Tiger Talk. Recognize this dragon? It's Figment, the Disney character. If that word sounds familiar, it's because Figment is our word of the week. For those of you who know nothing about this purple and pink cutie, here's some history on the dynamic dragon.
That's such a great question. My name's Francesca and I'm part of the digitization team in the Walt Disney Archives, and Journey into Imagination was one of my favorite attractions at Walt Disney World when I was growing up. Dreamfinder and Figment originated as Professor Marvel and his dragon friend at the proposed but never built Discovery Bay expansion of Disneyland Park. During the creation of Epcot, the characters were reimagined. Professor Marvel became the Dreamfinder and his friend became Figment. Dreamfinder was developed as the kind, wise spirit of imagination, and Figment became just the opposite, the curious and childlike sidekick filled with wonder. Thank you so much for your question, and I'll see you in the Dreamport.
For today's Math Tip Tuesday, here's a study strategy that can help you nail your next test on numbers.
Number one favorite studying tip that I tell my students as they're preparing for their exams, their tests, their quizzes, is to take out a sheet of paper, a blank sheet of paper, and start writing down everything that you want to know. Just imagine if you were taking a test, and what would you want to have on your desk with you? Write down those definitions, those theorems, maybe some example problems, maybe a problem that you did in class, or maybe a problem that you did in your homework or on a test that you got right, that you got wrong. That's something very maybe complicated. Write all of it down, fit it all in there, because the idea of you going through this process is actually helping you study for a math test. You're going back and you're reviewing all the material, you're rewriting it down, you're making those connections for your brain. So when it does come down to test time, it's going to be much easier for you to recall the information. And I would highly recommend you create one for your upcoming math exam.
Oh, hey, for today's Literacy Lowdown, did you know that there is a religion section in our media center? I'm in it right now. Did you also know that at this very moment, Muslims are fasting for Ramadan? We even have students in this building who are doing so. Check it out. Ramadan is March 9th through April 10th. It's a Muslim time for fasting, not eating or drinking, prayer, and quiet reflection. After all of that is Eid, the celebration that breaks the fast with lots of delicious food. Even if you don't observe Ramadan, how can you be an ally to someone who does? You can start by educating yourself about it. Know that fasting occurs from sunrise to sunset, and that it's not just about abstaining from food or drink, but also about charity and practicing patience and kindness. Also, it means a lot when you say Happy Ramadan. Finally, be kind and check in on those who are celebrating their holy month. For more information on Ramadan or other religions or cultures, check out our media center. You don't have far to go. Do you feel weird? Like you're in the point of view of a book right now? Like, ooh, am I going to pick you? Keep reading. Well, that is all for today. Have a good one. Study your math. And go get 'em, Tigers.